So yeah, I'll have Jonathan answer about about performing, but we've known this was coming for a long time. Season 6 which is what we're filming right now. We're actually leaving for out of the country in just a couple days, and for the first 5 seasons, we've had to. You can talk about this, but he's had to portray it as though we can't be thinking about the crucifixion the entire time that we're filming the show. And Jesus still had so many other things in his ministry that were extremely important and that we really wanted to get right. We get people saying, do you have any fear about this season? Or this is the really important season? You really got to get this right. I'm like, we felt that way from day one. Every verse in Scripture is sacred. Every moment of Jesus' life was sacred. Everything is important to get right. I think he's probably been the one who's been dreading it the most because of the physicality of it. But I think we come to this with an opportunity, knowing that we have an opportunity because of the previous 5 seasons to tell this story in a way that was going to be more emotionally engaging and intimate than what other movies can do because they only have an hour and a half. We've had 5 seasons. But you can talk about the challenges.
Thank you. Yeah, so just exactly as Dallas said, I get a lot of questions in previous seasons about, how do you feel about the crucifixion? I'm like, well, it's season 4. I can't allow myself to even think about that because if I'm not present here and everything that's happening in season 4, then none of this matters. Now that we're here in season 6, I have to think about it a lot, and it's brutal. It's this is the most difficult thing I think I've ever done. It's the most difficult season. It's the most difficult role. And this being the most difficult role in the most difficult season with the physicality that is expected, that I feel is expected, and that ultimately we will portray during Christ's suffering and death, his passion. I don't know anything else that could be more challenging to me as a performer, because just as Dallas said, you have those previous 5 seasons of relationships that Jesus has had with all of these characters in the show, in the Gospels, in the Scriptures. And so that front loads what will be, I think, the most profound season of The Chosen by far. But all of it is an offering, not just for me, but for Dallas, the cast and crew, especially those of us that are believers. This is all just an offering to him and for souls and for reaching people on a level that they haven't reached. In fact, we were just in the hallway and an artist came up to us and related a story about a woman that at the age of 70 has just begun a relationship with God. And he said, how did that happen? She's like, well, I just started watching this show called The Chosen, and it's got me asking all these questions, and now she's asking him questions, and he gets to witness to her. That's what this is about. I think for all the reasons I just described, that's sort of where I'm living right now. That's what's in front of me. Those experiences, those interactions with people, those first and second hand, are kind of what becomes, it's not so much a pressure, it is a responsibility. It's a sacred responsibility. It's a holy responsibility. It's a serious responsibility for us. For him in his the vision of this show. I mean, he's a genius in his vision, Dallas is. And because God has given him this ability to write and direct and produce and to fish men and women into this collective of artisans and craftspeople that put this show together. Actors like myself get opportunities that God has ordained for me to be able to be a part of that vision, to be a part of that, what I believe we're witnessing in is now a revolution in not only Christian entertainment, but in revival in the world. So I think knowing that that's happening is pretty much occupies a lot of mental space and consciousness and intention. But at the end of the day, it still has to be about the work. The work cannot suffer. The quality cannot suffer. The level of artistry and commitment that all of us make on this show has to be as good or better than Hollywood. It has to be. Because that's how this revolution of cinema and media is actually happening. It's because of guys like Dallas and John Irwin that have committed to a level of professionalism and craftsmanship born out of a Hollywood experience that equals or surpasses it with the message that nobody can deny.